All right, this is going to be a follow-up video. We're in the Model S. When we first installed software update 21.9, we're at 16,000 miles. I don't remember how many miles we had on it when we started, but I'll put that in right now. We've been having issues with autopilot with my wife holding the wheel at the bottom or resting her hand on the wheel. It's still been giving us the nags. Not as much as it was the first day. So we actually drove, we were furniture shopping, and I saw how she was holding it, and the nag still came up. I'm gonna drive it this time, and we're gonna videotape it, obviously, because you're watching, and we're gonna see how many nags pop up when I'm driving it, see if it's learning, see if the AIs are learning. So let's go. You don't have to record the whole time. Holy crap. I can't see. I can't see. Holy crap, it was bright. Turn the lights on. All right, this is a side road. I'm gonna try autopilot here. This is just maxed at 50 miles an hour. I'm gonna rest my hand here like I've always done before in the past. It is a bumpy road, so sorry for the shakiness. It seems like it's getting a little bit better. It is tracking a car. It's locked on like laser beams.
Tractor beam.
After a minute, no nags.
Yep, it is getting better. All right, we're on the highway. I'm gonna stay in the slow lane. Autopilot engaged. I got my hand on the wheel. We're going 68 miles an hour. This is a 65 mile an hour zone. And we're gonna see how long it takes for the nag to pop up. My hand is just resting here on the wheel. There's really no force given. You can easily see the other cars in the other lanes, which is pretty cool to see. But look how well this car does in construction. This car is in construction with autopilot engaged, and look how well it does. It's had enough practice here on 77 in construction because this road has been in construction for 2.5 years now. There's a car right next to us. I wonder how far it takes for it to pop up. It just passed us. It just passes our front bumper, and then that's when it shows up. It's going to be cool when when the car shifts forward and you can actually see cars on the screen that are behind you, like in your blind spot. That'd be nice.
So far, it's been 2 minutes, and we haven't seen any nags.
Yeah, no nags. So now I'm going to take my hand off the wheel, but ready to grab it if I need to.
It's definitely making improvement, and you can see that at least it appears to be learning, because it definitely had some opportunities. And
it definitely was bad the first day when it definitely had to learn some things. Again, we're still locked onto the same truck, so it's got good tractor beams. Now it's wanting me to hold the wheel.
So that was about 25 seconds.
I moved it, so now we're going to count from there.
It's been over 30 seconds already.
Oh, there we go.
36 seconds.
So yeah, it's definitely getting better.
It's getting better with your hand off. It's doing nags every 30 seconds, which I think is appropriate. The piece that was really bothering me is my hand was on the...
Yeah. I'm going to lightly put my hand here and see if that makes any difference at all. My hand's barely on there. I don't think it can tell that my hand is there because my fingers are moving independently with the wheel. Because the video, when you were driving it, your hand was right here, and it still, as you pan back up, it wanted your hand still. So yeah, this is a lot better. It's definitely learning. It's definitely getting better. Yeah, my hand is barely on this thing. Wish we were out there though.
So it's been a couple minutes and no nags, so it is sensing your hand.
Yeah, and it's barely on. It's giving more force down than side to side. So let me put one finger. I am paying attention this whole time. It wanted me to hold the wheel. So it takes a little bit more. The Model 3, I just got to give it a little tug and it goes away. This takes a little bit longer of a tug. You have to give it a little bit longer hold and then it'll go away. Hasn't bugged me for about 5 minutes now. And we're heading up to, if you're familiar with the Charlotte area, 77 to 485. There's a big ramp where it splits off. There's a very big bridge where you get onto 485. The other part of this update was it was supposed to slow down and take off ramps a lot better. So we're going to take that off ramp at 5 miles over the speed limit and see how it reacts to that. See if it slows down, see if it goes way out of control, because it didn't slow down before. It would just stay the speed you're going. And it was a little hairy at 70 going around that. So we're going to see what it does. We're in the turning lane now. Both lanes actually take this, and the left lane will actually cut over the bridge. So we're going to see. Hopefully it does it well. We're still at 70 miles an hour. Right here is where it splits off. But we're going to continue straight, and then we're going to go up the bridge and over 77, over to 485. It's slowing down to 65. It actually dropped the speed limit to a max of 65, even though the speed limit is 70. And it's actually going even slower, 63 miles an hour. This is actually a lot better than what it was before. See if it speeds back up once we get out of this too. That's pretty impressive though.
It looks like it's going to stay at 65.
Maybe once we actually merge it'll switch, because the max should go up.
Well, it does show the speed limit at 70, but it still kept you down.
Yeah.
65.
Oh no, it just did it by itself.
There it goes.
So it changed up to the speed limit once we got past everything.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Didn't know it did that.
This is getting closer and closer.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm actually really impressed. I didn't realize it would do that.
It's pretty good if you're impressed. You put, most of these 16,000 miles on this, and you drive this a lot. That's really good.
Yeah, I did not do that before.
It's crazy how different this car is from the Model 3. I was trying to put it in autopilot, and in autopilot on the 3, you tap down twice on this stalk, but over here there's a small little one for cruise control. You pull it towards you twice, but pushing down actually lowers the speed of cruise control by 5 miles an hour. And so I kept hitting it down, we kept slowing down, but we weren't even in autopilot. It wasn't even auto steer or anything. It's just crazy how different these are, and I'm wondering when they're actually going to do the same thing, like redesign the interior for the S and put autopilot stock down here. Alright, this is our exit. I'm going to wait to see the line, use the turn signal so we can move over to that lane, and we're going to see it slow down for the exit, hopefully. Alright, auto lane change. We're following a car, and it probably should follow that car the whole time, because this does wide out and it goes into like 4 lanes, and there's no lines for a little bit. So kind of curious to see what it does. My hand's on the wheel now. It slowed down to 50 by itself. It just followed that car, which is cool. Now it's slowed down to 40 by itself, or the speed limits. It's actually slower than that because we're following the car. That was pretty good. In conclusion, autopilot is getting better. 21.9 is a lot better than it was when we first installed it, when Karen took that trip to Goldsboro. It is not nagging, it's not asking for your hand as much. My hand was on the wheel. It never asked for my hand when it was on the wheel. So it definitely is learning. It's definitely getting better the more and more miles you put on it. So if you were having problems with yours, because not everyone was having problems with it. I didn't have any problems in the Model 3. A lot of people did say online that they were having problems with their Model S. I think a lot of it had to do with 2.0 hardware versus 2.5, so I think the newer ones didn't have as much issues. So you just get out there and drive your cars more. It'll get better and better. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you tomorrow.